So prompt alert dialog box. You have to give prompt. Just copy the prompt reference. Basically, we are referencing. Okay, so you do that. You manually do that. Click on that. Don't enter. Click on cancel. See, you entered null. You will get all these messages. That's the testing. Basically, different step-by-step flow you have to maintain. So Control A first, Control Shift format. So see why this is not formatted.
We have missed semicolon.
Okay. So
In
Control A,
114 line also, Ramesh.
114.
Line.
Oh, okay. So all the places we missed this. Yeah. So now we are good. Control A, Control Shift format. See, code comes all in this, see, same line you will get it. Okay. So this is the confirmation dialog. This is the prompt dialog. See, click for JS prompt, click for JS prompt. Change them. So relevant places, change everything. Change everything so that looks good. Right? So this first scenario is for the OK button handling. Second button is handling cancel button. Okay. So this is all three test cases. You got it. So let's run this unit test. It's very fast. Okay. So if you want little bit slow, you can just see that things always difficult. If any failure occurs, it will throw failure trace. Here failure trace is there. Here it will show the failure message. So that's a very, very simple thing. Any questions here? So same thing you can practice the alert we have in one Rediff. So you can try it out. Okay. So Rediff, let me show you where you can find that. And you can go to sign in. See the steps. Remember the steps. Click on sign in. See, you got it. This is a simple alert. Just get the message, click work. That's a simple alert. So try practicing this. You will get some steps and everything. Okay. So write the code. More scenarios you practice are the same you practice. So it will be very beneficial for you. So we have seen how to handle alerts. So how to handle login scenarios. Now let's go. The next one is how to handle frames, right? How to handle frames. And we'll write a frames test case, then we'll move on to test engine. So that just know you write some test cases. You have so many test cases here on the JUnit. Go to JUnit here. You'll get a lot of test cases here. See? So I have written the step, the scenario name. See? Scenario and then code you have. If you are getting problem, and you can, but don't see and practice. Just try it out this one and write the code. Then you can get a confidence. Then we have another frames also we have here. So try these things, but I'll show you. I'll explain first frames. And this is also one more frames example, internal frames. So these two will do. Maybe tomorrow we'll finish this JUnit, then move on to test engine. Why we need to move to test engine is more, framework which is used in the real time is a test engine. That's why we need to work on test engine only on more programs. Okay, so that's why I'll explain there all the annotations of test engine, how to use different test keywords. Sorry, guys. Okay. In the middle, my kid used to come and he will disturb sometime. Okay. So let's understand what is frames, right? Frames are two types: normal frames and internal frames. Normal frames are represented in HTML by frame tag. Internal frames are represented in HTML by iframe tag. So let me show you the some theory for you guys. In our everything, you can go 2020 February 2020, you will get everything here. Okay. So here you can see handling frames. All the WebDriver code you will get everything, theory and code you will get it here. See handling, how to handle frames in Selenium WebDriver. So frames are two types. Normal frames are presented in HTML by frame tag. So how can you switch to the frames? Driver dot switch to method dot frame of frame locator you have to give. And how do you switch based on the position of the frame? Driver dot switch to method dot frame of int index. So this is the how to switch to the normal frames. Then internal frames are represented in HTML by iframe tag. So first, if you want to switch to iframes, you need to identify that iframe. So you need to identify that iframe. So once you identify the iframe, and how to identify any element. So iframe also web element. Web element, iframe element equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. Switching to internal frames, driver dot switch to method dot frame of web element frame element name. So you just give this element name, you can pass it. So see, the frame method is taking one parameter only, but the parameter data type is different every time. First one is a string, second one is an integer, and third one is a web element type. These are the three, but internal frames, you first identify the frame element, you can pass that frame method, this one. So how can you switch back from a frame or iframe to original position? Okay, you move to frame, right? How can you come back to previous position? So this is one, driver dot switch to method dot default content. What is the method? Default content will bring the cursor to previous position from the frame, or you navigate to other page and you want to come back to previous page. You know already, driver dot navigate method dot back. How do you know number of frames or iframes are in the web page? So list web element, the collection equal to driver dot find elements by dot tag name. You give frame or iframe tag name, so that in this browser, how many iframes are there, that will come into store in this collection. Then collection dot size. So if frame is not there, then you will get a no such frame exception. So so your WebDriver is not able to find out the element, frame element with the given locators, then you will get a no such frame exception. So switch to frame. So these are all the reusable methods I have created. Reusable methods we created. You can create driver dot switch to dot frame or frame. And try catch block, basically Java methods I'm using here. So same, I have created all switch to frame. So another method, switch to frame, but only parameter type is different. And this methods are. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to use all these methods, and we'll write the program and we'll see that. So tomorrow I'm going to start a new batch also. First we are starting with a manual testing. Then